How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. I'm scared for my safety of this guy.
Okay.
I'm here to do official business.
Okay.
And I'm exercising my First Amendment right. That's what I'm doing.
Hey, let's get on the road.
Okay. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
The security.
Right.
I'm not breaking any laws.
Right. So I mean, you're just going around filming?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a citizen review journalist. This is what I do with government officials. And I'm here on official business. I want to check into the tax maps, stuff like that. And I did film by the DMV because that's something new. I've never seen that before. I'm not breaking any laws, sir. And I'm not giving you my ID either.
Okay.
Because Tennessee is not a stop and ID state.
Okay.
Unless I'm being arrested for something, then I have to give you my ID.
Right. Right now, you're not being arrested.
Okay.
You're not detained. You're free to go.
Okay.
She's going to be escorted off the property, though. It's against the rules here to film without express permission. And for me to ask her what her purpose is here and her tell me it's none of my business, well, that's incorrect.
Right.
So she's not allowed to film here unless you have explicit permission from the facilities engineering manager. Those are the rules here. This is the county. From the facilities engineering manager. Those are the rules here. This is the county government property. This is not public property, ma'am.
Government is public property.
No, ma'am, it is not. I'm sorry, but you cannot film here without permission.
I don't need anybody's permission to exercise my
Please
First
escort this
Amendment
lady
right.
off my property.
Yeah, give me just a second.
Can I talk to your supervisor?
Probably not.
I want to talk to your supervisor because I'm here to do official business with public records.
Okay. Give me just a sec. So, security guard wants this lady kicked out of here because he said she can't film here without permission. Yeah. She's asking for a supervisor. I'm like, look, you don't need one. I'll just talk to the security guard and be like, look, man, per my supervisor, she's not hurting anything and not bothering anybody. She can film here. She's outside the library.
Like filming outside of the parking lot?
Yeah, she's just being an auditor. Yeah. And I don't know about her trying to get into... She can film inside the library, right? I just wanted to make sure I'm right. Like, yeah, okay. Yeah, because she's not doing anything wrong. Hey, so I just got off the phone with my lieutenant.
Yeah.
And, I mean, he said she's good to film and walk around.
No, she's not. She's not. You don't know the rules here.
Right.
Okay, you need to check with somebody before you make that.
That's my lieutenant.
Dude, I don't care. The rules here, I enforce. I want her off the property. She's not allowed to film. That's not up for debate. Period. I mean, do I have to call, Mayor Golden or something?
I mean, if you want. I mean, like I said, I just got off the phone with my lieutenant.
I don't care what your lieutenant said. He doesn't know the rules here either. Okay? She's not allowed to film without written consent from Mark, who is the facilities manager.
Right.
If I ask her what she's doing, I expect an answer. It's none of your business. I'll do whatever I want. I want her off the property. It's that simple. She's not allowed to do what she's doing. Your lieutenant, it's not his decision to make. These are the rules.
But I mean,
period. And I enforce them. If there's a problem with that, I'll if you're not going to back me up, then I'll.
It's not that I'm not wanting to.
Yes,
like she's legally,
not allowed to do what she's doing. You don't get it.
But I mean, legally, she's not
breaking
breaking any.
She is. This is government property,
right?
Not public.
Right.
She can't do it here without written permission and consent. When I ask her what she's doing and she refuses to tell me, she's leaving property. That's all there is to it.
I mean, from my understanding, she's not breaking any laws.
Sir,
and according
you're not
to
getting
my
it.
lieutenant,
This is county government. Do you know what the rules are here at the county government facility here? Do you know what they are?
Anywhere open. I mean,
Sir,
it's open to the public.
Please, do you know what they are? Do you know what the rules here are?
No, not
I do.
here.
I do. That's my job. I'm telling you, she's not allowed to do what she's doing, and I want her off property. period. It's really simple.
Right.
She's not allowed to do what she's doing. And after giving me the hard time, I want her off the property. I got other things to tend to.
But I mean, I'm not allowed to kick her out.
You most certainly are allowed to escort her off property. Yes, sir. I've had it done many times. So please don't tell me you can't do that.
But
That's
I mean,
incorrect.
But she's not doing anything
Oh
wrong.
my goodness, we're going to go over this again? Yes, she is. She is violating the rules here at county government property. She's not allowed to do what she's doing.
Deputy Evans informs the security guard that he will not remove Miss Coombs from the property because she is not violating the law, and the security guard insists that she is not allowed to film in the parking lot. Now, we've discussed the right to film in public many times here on ATA, and I've included links in the description to several episodes where we discuss this issue in further detail. In general, it is important to understand that although both the Supreme Court and the Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals, which has jurisdiction over Tennessee, have not directly addressed the First Amendment right to record, every federal circuit that has considered the issue has determined that the First Amendment protects the right to film the police, with some jurisdictions recognizing a more expansive right to film government officials or matters of public interest. We will discuss the constitutionality of filming inside the public library.
My goodness.
I talked to the supervisor. I went in escort at one point.
All good?
Yeah, she's just filming, and the security guard got a case of that.
In escort at this point.
I'm like, she's not breaking any laws. He's like, well, but she's breaking the rules. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, if you want to kick her out, you can, but I'm not. I don't understand what his issue is. I mean, like, everywhere that's open to the public, she can go. But I don't know. He's not getting it. I'm like, dude, she's not breaking the law. Like, if you want to call the mayor, you can call the mayor. Okay. But I mean, like, she just agreed with.
I don't care what she agreed with. Like I said, you guys don't know the rules here. She's filming me without my permission, which is another violation, sir.
Well,
she needs to go, period.
So Tennessee, like, I mean, you're allowed to record. I mean, like.
No, not here. You have to have written consent, and the person being filmed has to give consent. I do not. She is to leave property. It's that simple. That simple. Those are the rules here, and this is my job. Okay? If you're going to undercut me,
I'm not.
Yes, you are. If you're going to undercut me, I need your name and badge number so I can turn it in. But I called you guys. I expect to be backed up.
Secure.
Okay, not to be told what it's like off property.
But what
on property, it's a different set of rules.
What I'm saying is she's not breaking the law.
She is. You don't get it. You just don't get it, dude. You work for the county, you still don't get it. She's not allowed to do what she's doing on county government property. Either escort her off or please give me your name and badge number so I can take it higher. I'm sick to death of not being backed up here. Okay? I'm trying to do the job they tell me to do, and you guys are cutting me off at the knees. She's not allowed to do what she's doing. She's not allowed to film me without my express permission, and I don't give it. She needs to go. Period.
Well, I mean, she is. Tennessee has. It's a one-way. It's
still going to argue with me. I don't get it. May I have your name and badge number, please?
Yeah, I'm Deputy Evans.
I need
K954.
I'll have my pen with me.
There you go.
I would like to have an escort to do public records request.
No, ma'am, you are not.
I'm asking him.
You're asking me. This is my post.
I'm asking him.
This is my post.
Say
hold on.
Security, you're not going in that building.
I'm asking for escort.
She's not going in these buildings, dude. She's not doing it.
I
don't know why you go against government policy like that, man.
It's not the law.
County. It's county government, ma'am. They have their own rules here that have to be followed.
I'd like to have an escort, please.
She's not going in that building. I'm telling you right now. Thank you.
I'd like to have an escort.
Hang on. Just a sec. I mean, you can make phone calls, man.
Yeah, I can. Believe me, I'm in the right here. She's not allowed to do what she's doing on this property. Period.
Alright, yeah, you might want to swing out. Security guard's got a case of that. He's like, I'm not allowing her in any of these buildings. And I'm like, she's not breaking the law. She's just like First Amendment auditing, and I'm not fishing. It's not the auditor that's the problem.
Yeah?
I got my supervisor coming.
Dude, the rules aren't going to change because your supervisor's on the way.
I know, look,
it's that simple.
Look, I understand, feeling some type of way with somebody filming and stuff like that.
It's against the rules on this property. It's not how I feel about it.
It's
period. It's cut and dry.
But I mean, it's not
Yes.
illegal.
Dude, you don't get it. This is county.
Yeah.
I'm security here, and I'm telling
I'm
you, you're
not
not going in that
talking to you,
building
sir.
filming. She's not doing
I'm
it.
not talking to you, sir.
She's not doing it. Period.
But she's allowed to.
No, she's not.
I mean, like,
oh
legally.
Oh my God, you're so hard-headed. She is not allowed to do it. You can't film.
Yeah, you can.
No, oh my God, dude. You cannot on government property without consent.
The security guard tells Ms. Coombs that he will not allow her to enter the library, and Deputy Evans informs him that she is allowed to enter and film. While public libraries are held open for public use, courts have concluded that they are not so-called traditional public forums for First Amendment purposes, which means that the government has a greater amount of authority to regulate First Amendment activities on the property than it would in traditional public forums such as parks and streets. For instance, in the 2003 case of Ninist versus Board of Trustees of the Columbus Metropolitan Library, the Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals held that, quote, for the purposes of First Amendment analysis, the library is a limited public forum. As such, the library is obligated only to permit the public to exercise rights that are consistent with the nature of the library and consistent with the government's intent in designating the library as a public forum. Traditionally, libraries provide a place for reading, writing, and quiet contemplation. Now, while the issue of filming in libraries has not been decisively litigated, it is certainly possible that a court would determine that blanket policies prohibiting filming inside libraries do not violate the First Amendment, given the conventional purpose and atmosphere of a public library. However, rather than banning all filming inside libraries, the Office for Intellectual Freedom of the American Library Association suggests that libraries, now quoting, consider policies that allow for photography and filming of the library building and collections that does not invade the privacy of library users, and that library employees allow First Amendment auditors who are filming in accordance with policy and are not violating library policies that protect library users' privacy or that prohibit behaviors that constitute harassment of users and staff to film without intervention. The Clarksville-Montgomery County Public Library patron conduct policy does not ban citizens from filming inside the library, although the policy does state that, quote, patrons are not allowed to engage in behavior that is disruptive to library operation, and that, now quoting again, patrons are not allowed to harass, threaten, or physically harm a patron or employee. The policy also prohibits, quote, creating loud noises or disturbances which interfere with staff and or other patrons' use and enjoyment of the library. Accordingly, because this policy would not forbid Ms. Coombs from engaging in non-disruptive and non-harassing filming, a court would likely conclude that the security guard could not prevent her from entering the library.
Inside, I want an escort. What's
You are not
the
going
process?
anywhere inside my building.
So,
Period.
I don't think I can give you an escort.
Well, I don't want this guy insulting me. I'm trying to avoid.
You know what? As
issue
long
with
as you're
him.
on this campus, I'm going to be in your shadow, whether you like it or not.
Just don't
Period.
assault me.
No one's touching you. No one's touching you.
So can I go inside to do a public report?
No.
I didn't tell
This
your
is what I
security.
mean.
You can't.
If I start walking into that
I'm
door,
secure.
these guys try to
I will physically stop her.
see.
Okay,
She is
so-
not allowed to do that.
Okay, I love it.
All right, so
You want
you
me
need to
to
get a
go
handle
now?
on this.
Now, do you understand why I'm asking for an escort? Because he stated he's
Man,
going to put
you are
hands
not
on me.
allowed to go in there. The county clerk is who called me to come take care of this.
Right.
So you're going to say that, that she has no authority either.
Well, I mean, if the
She's an
county
elected
clerk,
official, and you're telling me she has no authority
So-
to let me do my job.
if the county clerk didn't want you in there, they have the right to ask you to leave.
Yeah, but I'm doing
But-
No, she's
I'm
not.
doing a records request, and that's like under a statute Like,
I don't know a whole lot about that, and I don't know where you would do it. Like a public.
She is like the custodian of records.
She very well could be. Like I said, I don't know a lot about that.
So she's the person to do it with.
So maybe I'm not getting my point across clearly. I don't.
You have no point, my friend. I'm sorry, I don't mean to talk like that, but I have the point here.
But if she asks you to leave, you do have to leave.
No, she's not going in.
But
Period.
I'm gonna file a complaint.
You're not going in that building.
I'm gonna file a
It's not
complaint
gonna
against you. Lawsuits involved, possible lawsuits. I'm here to do a simple public records request.
Well, then you have to go through the process, ma'am. You have to get permission from our facilities manager.
I don't need permission to.
Ma'am, you have to get permission from our facilities manager. Yes,
I don't need to do that.
See?
So let my supervisor get here.
Yeah.
He'll explain it. Because maybe I'm missing something, maybe I'm not getting it.
My friend,
but
you're missing the point. You're missing the point. She needs to be
from
on
the
property. Period. Now, if you want to go and get permission to do what you're doing, I have no problem with that, ma'am. You just have to go through. You have to go through the proper channels.
Because I mean, it'd be the same if she walked into the sheriff's office with a camera. You're allowed to do that. You're allowed to film inside the sheriff's office.
Well, we're not the sheriff's office.
It's county.
We're not the sheriff's office.
It's public property.
It is not, ma'am. It's private.
No, it's not.
Sir, is this public property?
Yes.
No, it's not. It's government county. Oh
because
my God.
It's not private.
Why do you think we can't let cars park here overnight? Because it's not public area.
Right.
It's not public.
It's not private.
God.
Hey, real quick, did the county clerk ask you to leave when you went in there? Okay.
I was outside the whole time, but not going to that big building.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I'm relaying everything correctly. So she's here filming, wanting to do filming stuff. He doesn't want.
I want to introduce myself. I'm a friendly. Nice to meet you. I'm a friendly person. I'm just here to do a public records request under the Tennessee statute. I want to inquire about their policies and stuff. Okay. That's it. And I did film on the side of the DMV because that's something new that I never saw. So I was like, but I never went inside. Okay. I stayed outside. I'm just exercising my First Amendment right as a citizen. Yeah. I'm not breaking any laws. Like, I don't know what's this. I don't know what his security. I don't know what his deal is.
Okay. So it's my understanding that the clerk's office didn't ask her to leave. She was outside the whole time. But I guess one of them might have felt nervous.
Hey.
And now he's not wanting to let her in.
Down. Please.
So that's where we're at. And I was trying to explain to him, like, hey, she can go in, she can film.
Hey, I just watch your back with that. Okay. No, you're good. You're not doing anything wrong as long as you're outside.
Yeah, inquire about the public records.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No, as long as you're not accessing restricted areas or anything like that.
Yeah. No, you're good. We just gotta.
I'm gonna have to talk to him. Yeah. How's it going, man? You doing okay? You doing good?
You know where the clerk's office is, so I could go straight there?
So the clerk's office is right here.
Okay.
Like I said, I don't know anything about the process to do a public information request.
I'm just afraid that he's gonna put hands on me.
No, he's not gonna do that.
Yeah. Okay.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, like I said, you're not detained.
As long as you don't access restricted areas, you're good to go.
Yeah. Just want to keep an eye on him because, like I told him, like she's free to film wherever.
Yeah, she's not. Absolutely.
But he's a little upset about it. He's saying that it's private property, and I'm like, no, it's government. It's public property. Anybody can be anywhere. So
that's correct.
Except for restricted areas. But he's like, well, that's the rules, and I'm like, look, man, that's the law. What I'm telling you. So
yeah, no, we're good. You're good.
Good. Well, apparently, the library has much different rules than a lot of the other places. Yeah. In the library, you cannot film without express written consent. You also cannot film somebody in the library without their personal consent. Okay, apparently.
So here's the thing with
What
that.
this lady's doing is okay, apparently.
It is.
Right.
It is, absolutely.
Okay,
But
yeah.
here's the thing with that.
That's what I was saying. Like,
Even if the
I was
library-
probably not explaining it correctly. You know, I
Even
wasn't
if
trying
the
to.
library says that,
Yeah.
their policies are not going to trump the law.
Yeah. I mean, she can still be asked to leave,
Yeah.
but.
Well,
I mean,
I certainly can't let her go into these buildings filming and disrupting.
But you can.
As long as
because
she's not-
There's nothing you can do to stop it.
yeah, as
Well,
long as she's not interfering.
Well, that's what
She's
she's
Restricted
doing.
areas.
She doesn't have business in the office. She doesn't want to walk around and film.
Right. But
And
it's,
that's going to impede these
a
people
hold
from
of
doing
alarm
their
at
job.
128 North
But that's-
2nd Street.
that's, in the sense, that's where they've got to fall back just like we do. Just like this gentleman right here is filming right now. I can't stop what I'm doing
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
just because he's filming.
Yeah, I feel you.
Sergeant Fortner explains to the security guard that even if the county did have policies in place that prohibited Ms. Coombs from filming, the policies could not, quote-unquote, trump the law. According to Article 6, Clause 2 of the U.S. Constitution, which is commonly known as the Supremacy Clause, quote, "The Constitution and the laws of the United States which shall be made in pursuance thereof shall be the supreme law of the land, and the judges in every state shall be bound thereby, anything in the Constitution or laws of any state to the contrary notwithstanding." This means that government policies or even state laws that violate the rights conferred by the federal Constitution cannot be legally enforced in court. In this situation, the First Amendment right to film would take precedence over any policy the county had in place prohibiting peaceful filming in the public parking lot, and a court would likely find that even if such a policy did exist, it could not be constitutionally imposed on Ms. Coombs.
So you've got to learn to work around that. We're okay with 24/7.
Unfortunately, you know, not unfortunately, but I mean, it's especially working in the public. You know, you're gonna have.
Guys, I
It
deal
happens.
with so much stupid
I know.
stuff here,
Yeah.
man. It's
We deal with
unbelievable.
stupid
Like I said, I'm not trying to
No.
not back you up, but
But,
First Amendment is stupid.
huh?
The First Amendment is stupid.
That's not what he said, sir. That's not what he said.
No, sir.
but
Not what he said.
None
yeah,
at all.
like I said,
He said he deals with stupid stuff. He didn't say anything
Yeah,
about the
stupid
First
things
Amendment.
happen here, you know, just silly stuff.
My
That's
fault
all.
for intervening in your conversation.
You're fine.
no, you're good.
Yeah, it's fine.
But yeah, that's something that, you know, it's just part of the, you know,
Well, I
part
know
of
it
the process that we
definitely
gotta-
freaked out Teresa over there. And,
Yeah,
And it happens.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
they've just got to learn to work around
Oh,
it.
where did she go anyway?
she went in there.
She
Okay.
went in the county.
Yeah.
All right.
As long
Now-
as she's not accessing restricted areas.
Yeah.
Now, if
she's
they
fine.
ask me to remove her,
Now the county clerk, can ask her to leave, but as long
if
as
she's like causing any commotion or anything, which I don't think she will,
Yeah.
right,
but
I mean, when you start getting complaints, well, I don't want to be filmed. That's not a valid
that's
reason. That's not a valid reason. I mean, he can film. He can turn around and film anybody in the public right now. He wants
Sure,
to.
sure.
It's annoying to some people, but there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it.
54 status.
Do you know where archives is? Because they told me it's
Secure.
public records.
it's
Now, see,
Archives is actually down there.
I'm still going to have to go and make sure that, you know, there's not a problem down there.
Right.
Well, if there's a problem, they'll call.
They will.
yeah.
I mean, you're not gonna have to follow her around the whole time. And I'm gonna tell you, when you do start doing that, that's where the problem's gonna be created.
Well,
Let them do their thing.
I'm doing my thing.
Yeah,
Okay?
look, I
I'm doing
understand.
my thing.
I understand.
So I walk this place all day, every day.
Yeah.
If I happen to walk in that direction, I'm not following her, I'm doing my job.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
So that's all.